These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
Hey there, good Sunday to you. I'm Amelia Fabiano with your top stories today from ABC15 Arizona. We are following up on a tragic case out of the East Valley this weekend. It's been about a year since the death of 17-year-old Casa Grande High School cheerleader Haley Stevens. You may remember she was shot and killed by a stray bullet at a house party last November. With the sentencing of her daughter's killer behind her, her mom, Vanessa, is speaking to us for the first time about the punishment for one of the teens who played a role in Haley's death. Days ago, a 14-year-old who was not tried as an adult was found guilty for his role in her death. He'll be behind bars until his 18th birthday. He was 13 when Haley was killed.
For me, my daughter's someone who caused her death would be a life sentence. In the state of Arizona, that's not possible. And I'm making peace with the fact that he won't do a life sentence, but this is the max sentence he can do.
On Saturday, Vanessa held a celebration of life for her daughter. The event also helped raise money for a foundation that gives out college scholarships in Haley's name. Famed civil rights attorney Ben Crump taking notice of an ABC15 investigation. He shared our story on Instagram about Tyrone McAlpin, a deaf black man with cerebral palsy who was punched and tasered by Phoenix police. Crump wrote in the post in part, "The brutality remains unconscionable." Earlier this week, we reported that McAlpin has filed a $3.5 million notice of claim against the city. Count on us to follow up on this one. Keeping you updated on the casita issue impacting homeowners here in the Valley. Phoenix City Council voting this week to lessen restrictions on backyard casitas. The move comes after the state legislature passed a new law lessening the restrictions on these accessory dwelling units statewide. Homeowners in the city do still need to meet requirements and get permits, but they can now put 2 or 3 of these units on a lot, depending on the size of it.
The negative is that if you want to build a casita that looks like Dracula's castle, the people have no say in that. And while it may be beauty is in the eye of the beholder, the property owner might like it, but what about the rest of the neighborhood?
We have 2 young adults, children that one is going to be graduated from high school soon, one is in college. And ideally, I'm sure they would like to live separately, but they can't afford their own home. So this would be a benefit.
That new legislation goes into effect January 1st. With mortgage rates rising, we want to help you understand how to qualify for affordable housing. You've likely heard ABC15 throw out the term AMI, especially when we talk about affordable housing. So AMI, if you're not familiar, stands for Area Median Income. Using the website Freddie Mac in Maricopa County, AMI for a borrower looks like 100% is over $101,000, 80% is over $81,000, and 50% is $50,000.
Our role is to educate our clientele on housing, how to purchase a home, and the effects of like credit, fixing your credit, helping with down payment assistance, grants.
That was a housing counselor at Chicanos por la Causa, helping Arizonans layer assistance grants so they can get into homes. With Arizona's ever-changing population growth and economy, new AMI numbers will be released next year. Let's get you a quick check of that most accurate forecast here. Phoenix today looking for a high of 77 degrees, so a few degrees cooler than yesterday. Not going to make it into the 80s, but still we are trending above normal for this time of year, and that's going to be the case all of this holiday week that we have coming up. We're usually somewhere in the low to mid 70s this time of year. Our record high on the state was 88 degrees that we set back in 1950. Today, some other highs across our state will be in the low to mid 60s in Payson, Prescott, and Sedona, low 50s in Flagstaff and up at the Grand Canyon, upper 50s in Heber, Show Low, and Window Rock, and low to mid 70s out west along the Colorado River. Overnight into our Monday, we'll wake up to temps in the 30s in Payson and Prescott, 20s in Flagstaff and Window Rock, and 50 out at Lake Havasu. Our 7-day forecast here in Phoenix shows a very similar day tomorrow, 77 for our high, maybe 80 by Tuesday, and more clouds will build in by Wednesday even. But we're staying dry, and we have a nice Thanksgiving on tap in the mid 70s for our high. As always, for the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, head to abc15.com or download that free ABC15 mobile app.
These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.